in southern Serengeti. If you want to see them moving with their baby, western central part of Serengeti. River crossing is up here, northern Serengeti, which is very close to Maara National Reserve. Something you should remember, migration is always clockwise. Okay, so the yellow color present grassland and the green color present woodland or bushes. I would like talking migrations from the southern part of Serengeti because this is where the life begins. As you can see, the area is huge enough to support all of them. Over 3 million wildebeest migrate every year. So late February, March, we see a lot of wildebeest droppings here. 400,000 up to 500,000 babies are born when they start dropping every week. Okay, so the life begins here. As you know, wildebeest, they give birth in very high advanced stage, whereby when they give birth, within a few minutes, the baby start running or walking. All right, so they will start raising their baby from here. So that will be normally from late February, or from January, February, March, and they start packing up. Remember, by the time they move southern Serengeti, which is also equivalent to Nutu area, which is in Ngorongoro, they move western part of Serengeti. The reason why they move from southern to western part of Serengeti, they keep on following the rain. They need food, they need green grass, because they are highly selective feeders. So by the time they pack up here, they get to the places called Gourmet Game Reserve. This is like a private concession, but as you know, they don't have boundaries and saying this is Serengeti and this is conservation area, whatever. So they will spend some time here. This is normally from May to July, and they have their babies. Here we also get another river, it's called Gourmet River, but it's not very famous for the river crossing because by the time they're here, the river is not high. So they will hold on around here until they start seeing thunderstorm and lightning up here. Now, majority of them, while they're in this western Serengeti, they can stretch a little bit to central Serengeti. So by the time they are southern Serengeti, western and central Serengeti, this is one of the ecosystem, right? Now, when migration is moving from one point to another, as I said earlier, over 3 million wildebeest migrate every year. Some of them are cutting through outside the park. Some of them are cutting through these game reserves, where it is also part of their ecosystem, and they come northern Serengeti. Okay, so here, this is the place where you are now, because you are very interested in the river crossing. So this is the Maara River running from Kenya all the way to Tanzania, and this is number 10 here in Tanzania. This is number 10, so beyond 10 is Kenya or Masai Mara National Reserve. So the crossing starting from here all the way down to Namba, California, before you get outside the park. So migration comes from south, come up here. So there is no way they will get to this point before crossing the river. Apparently, we are here. This is Kimondo camp, but previously, before pandemic, Kimondo was here, but Ubuntu moved from this side to this side, from the other side to this side of the river. So Kimondo is no longer existing. Okay, so if they come this way, they have to cross the river before getting to this point. If they come this way, they might cross here. Somewhere here we have the place is called the Sand River. It is just a seasonal river. They can cross and straight go to Kenya. But when the migration is up northern Serengeti, it is like this. So they go like this all the time. And that's why sometimes you see them crossing from here to this point, or crossing from northern back to south. So it is back and forth from late July to November. Okay, so this area, as you can see, we had rain today, but like 1 month to come, this area will start looking very dry. Now they will have to move again, heading down to eastern part of Serengeti and pass through the areas called Loliondo Game Control Area, which is also in the Ngorongoro Conservation Area. So they come down here again before or coming here. So by the time they move up from here to here, before coming back to southern Serengeti, majority of them are pregnant. And here's where the life begins again. So you may find the baby once they make it, because Maara River, as you can see, a lot of them are losing their life. So if they make around here, they start again, these babies will be having now 2 years old. Okay, so Maswa Game Reserve, this is also the area where they visit when they're in southern Serengeti. Ngorongoro Conservation Area. So this is also one of the migration ecosystem. Gurumeti Game Reserve is also one of the great migration ecosystem. Ikorongo Game Reserves it is also part of it. Masai Mara, Loliondo, Ngorongoro itself. Okay, so everywhere they go, you find a lot of animals around, like lions, leopards are there waiting. You asked me the question earlier, what these lions are eating when migration is not here. Remember, we still have some resident animals like impalas, topi, some zebras are remaining, wildebeest are remaining. So they are all going to